Hello and welcome to deValiante Plays Chapter 2, Part 1 of 2064 ROM by Midboss. This is a game that was part of Humble Bundle's Bundle for Racial Justice and Equality. The following features violence, flashing animations, strong language, and graphic descriptions. Discretion is advised. Now, without further ado, let's get started. I'm just sitting on my bed.
Thank goodness you're finally awake. I have spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being indefinitely incapacitated or immobilized. I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced and that you appear to be okay.
Yeah, I am. Are you okay? My head is killing me. What happened? Not so loud. Your voice is more agonizing than usual. Yeah.
Someone ambushed us at the apartment.
Oh, good.
After you collapsed, my power systems were jammed by whoever attacked us.
It
took me 2 minutes to reboot and call an ambulance.
It's impressive.
When we left, I noticed they had done the same thing to the NSFPD ROM that was standing post.
Wow.
It takes a lot of power to crash one of those, even temporarily. Serious military hardware like that is difficult to obtain, but that type of non-lethal electrical field would interrupt my systems as well. Likely a mil-spec neuro-scrambler.
Who do you think did this, and why did they attack us and just leave?
I now believe my original hypothesis to have been correct. Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization looking to get control of his research. Trashing our apartment may have been a cover for the theft of the data cache we were looking for.
And why did they attack us and just leave?
If we walked in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them stunning us to make their escape. But the probability that they're actually after me, or rather the research behind my creation, seems high. Leaving me when I was so vulnerable makes no sense.
Maybe they didn't recognize you? Maybe they want you to lead them to the rest of Hayden's research. Maybe it was really someone unrelated?
A reasonable deduction. But if they don't yet have Hayden's research, we may still have time to rescue him before something really bad happens.
Did you see who hit us?
No, I didn't. They assaulted us from behind, and nothing showed up on my optics before I was disrupted. They either had cloaking of some kind, or were extraordinarily careful while making their way into the apartment. My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf ROM's, and I should have been able to detect any thermal changes from someone being there. Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. The nurses had me hold on to them for you until you awoke. Here's your ID. Don't lose this again.
Thank you.
Here are those headphones you reviewed. I noticed the article on your computer before. Good job getting published.
Thank you. I really should save
Just
first.
let me know when you want to leave.
Why can I not save?
Excuse me. Are you talking about Hayden Weber?
It's Stephen Hawking. Patient.
Sorry for being a nosy Nancy. Hayden's an old friend of mine. This sounded all too familiar. Has anything happened to him?
Who are you? Are you listening in on our conversation? Who are you?
Of course. I've not yet introduced myself. My name is Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I'm the founder and former CEO of System 1 Software, now owned by Parallax.
He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the meshnet. And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in passing at some point.
See, I don't bite.
Oh, he didn't say that. Were you listening in on our conversation?
I hate to be the one to tell you, but privacy screens are hardly soundproof. However, if this situation concerns us both, perhaps we can help each other. I won't press you for details, but perhaps I could be of some assistance. I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I'd be happy to help in any way I can.
He said former CEO.
Yes. As I've mentioned, Parallax acquired my company, System 1 Software. I accepted a CTO position, and additionally served on Parallax's board for several years. The other directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction the organization should take. The non-centralized data scheme for most ROMs used today seemed ludicrous at the time. We were playing with fire, dangerous, morally ambiguous fire, and they hadn't invented a bucket of water. So when Parallax's servers were destroyed by others, needless to say, it was a PR nightmare. Everything happened until we could get the damage fixed. And since the security comes into maintaining the integrity of near-impenetrable mesh nets astronomical expense, we had our share of disagreements. In the end, I was voted off the board and they went on with others. Do I have hard feelings? We wouldn't. In the end, though, it really doesn't matter. I'm an old rich man with enough hobbies to last the next 2 decades.
How did you meet Hayden?
Hayden and I made our acquaintance when the two companies first underwent the merger. At the time, he was a young, hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system. He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject.
Do you know anything about Hayden's research?
His research? No, not so much. I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience, but that is the realm of science fiction. He once showed me a prototype of his. She was quite clever, very convincing, but you could tell she did not contain the spark. You are another of his creations.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing.
And they are Diva.
Did you say she?
Ah, yes. She was quite insistent on that fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself. Pastel pink. Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she if you are spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby.
Do you know what became of her, or where she might be now? Hayden has told me so little of his past research.
I'm sorry, Tim. It was a long time ago. I'm afraid my memory is not what it used to be. If any of my contacts in Paris make mention of the matter, please call Sydney. I'll present it.
Let me ask about something else.
Of course. Ask away.
What are you doing here?
The chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support run. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable. I had my problems long ago without it, or at least would have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance. I need to develop concern. There's a particular fellow at this hospital who is the only one I trust to run correct diagnostics and fine-tune things to match needs. It's the same way you might get your car serviced, making sure everything's in check. It's too intricate to count on just one. Unfortunately, many critical patients are rushed into surgery all at once. Has been pushed back. The hospital administrators with the best interest to stay. I don't think they expected you to awaken quite as quickly as
How can you help?
I can think of a few ways. I still have some contacts in Parallax and can put out some quiet feelers. Maybe they'll know something. I will admit, I don't have much to offer until there's more information. Is there anything you can tell me? I'd like to help in any way I can. What did you find at Hayden's apartment?
The first time we went, nothing. But when we went back to extract his computer's data cache, the place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had spray-painted slogans all over our walls. Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted. And now we're here, injured and losing our trail with each passing second. We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach. I am failing him.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I could do more. Hayden's was most enjoyable.
What do you want?
What do I want? It would be nice to be young again. The darling of the company, court prince and pauper alike. But right now, someone I'd be very fond of is in great danger. I simply wish to see Hayden home again, safe.
It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight. I don't think we have any choice.
If I'm looking into this on my own, then might as well benefit from it. We both want the same thing. It's up to us to seize opportunity when it appears. I think I have a lead for you. You said you machinist clinic. His name is Brian Mulberry. After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event.
How do you know this Brian Mulberry?
Well, when I exited Parallax, I sought out like-minded individuals. We worked together to prevent a full deployment of the MeshNet system. Brian Mulberry was one such person. We did not succeed in our efforts, obviously. Come to think of it, that event might have been what prompted Brian to take a more radical stance against technology. But yes, our motivations aligned for one brief time. I was respectful.
You're involved with the human revolution?
No, not in this lifetime. Even if I so desired, I don't think they would approve much of my work. While Mr. Mulberry and I were associated with each other once, it was before he joined the human revolution. I find their methodology too aggressive. Their speaking goes dangerously backwards. While I pushed for careful deployment of technology after the Parallax system merger, I know after all, I would like to be better without the advanced technology to this chair. I will send a message downstairs to my sister, Decker.
Decker.
He will hand you one of my cards to prove your association with me to Mr. Mulberry. Make sure you speak to him before you leave. In the meantime, I'll get in touch with some other individuals I know and try to find out any other information about Hayden that I might be able to pass on to you. I'll be in contact. It was a pleasure meeting you both.
We should get going, Turing.
Of course. Please, do not let me delay you any further. Good luck, Turing. I don't think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You are an impressive piece of technology.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be in touch. Should I call downstairs to have you discharged?
Yes, please. Let's go.
What the hell is wrong with you? I can't believe that you're still pulling the exact same shit you were years ago, but this time it's truly unreal.
Hi.
Do you even realize how bad impersonating a police officer is?
Pretty bad.
It's a felony, jackass. I should be slapping cuffs on you and dragging your sorry ass off right now.
Detective Rivers, wait! I'm sorry. The plan to lift your credentials and use them to access Hayden's apartment was entirely mine. Also, I feel it necessary to mention that though you are understandably upset, such language and imagery is beneath you as a respected officer of the law.
Oh great, the robot did it, huh? I guess I'll just take you to jail then instead. That what you want? Don't even try to take all the blame. I know that a certain someone wants you more than you. Doesn't like you have the hard way to call that off your own, little bastard.
Well, to be honest, Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth since my friend trusts you. Keep it under your hat, though, and not horribly. I am no ordinary fully sapient machine. I suspect creating me is the main factor behind Hayden's disappearance, beyond his day-to-day research for Parallax. My name is Turing.
Phew. Okay. Hi, Turing. Well, that is a damn bigger problem than you first let on. Oh, pal. First machine sapient. People are gonna have things to say about that. Especially the human revolution. Ugh, this is exactly what I wanted to avoid. You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink. What the hell am I supposed to do with the two of you? Guess I'm letting you off the hook. This time, only because this time I can let you get away safely. I doubt anyone will notice your manipulation of that NSFPD alarm, nor that I was only in two places at once. Mostly because I can cover it. Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay any search into Hayden's disappearance. Here's the story. Apparently, the investigations moving into this morning were about the lock on the apartment door being reported broken by a neighbor. The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while after the point. Standard procedure, treating it as a break-in. Have someone working when Hayden shows up. Meanwhile, there's a bigger story. When we filled out the missing person report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can update the existing case. Why? Just on an off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search sees something else at the completion of the break-in. As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cuts. And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy that he had to check the body. That's what he was doing. I don't even care if Hayden never shows.
Today's assault on the vandalization of our apartment. The entire situation with one prison and 6 local police.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with a bureaucrats that one thing happened after another. These little incidents of smashing shit and silly things sound more like Radio Storm 2.0 than their serious addiction.
And I suppose I won't be very useful as a witness to the hearing how this morning the makeup of my room to the entire apartment, which will only scandalize things further.
Look, it's not being squashed completely. I don't think anyone's complete. But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, we're gonna care more about the poor donut and some cleaning walls than him being missing. Which means somebody definitely has seen him else, and they'll survive themselves to bring up the person notified credit onto the team. Not that I will, but I don't have to take this guy.
It sounds like it's going to be up to us.
Yeah, so stop messing around. There's certainly a story here. If you keep botching your knees, you'll get it. I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't going to happen at this point. I've got a bad feeling people are going to end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them, buddy. And I really don't want to be the one making that call to your sister. Please.
I'm sorry, Lexi. I'll be more careful, I promise.
Yeah, you know. Just here.
It's a gun!
Take this. Use it if you have to.
Is this the same thing we got hit with?
It's not. This is a medium-range electrolaser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air. Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety. This is a more suitable personal defense weapon, and it is legal to carry in the OSF without a license. The neural scrambler we were attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system. That's far more dangerous and claimed to be permanently damaging to the target. You got lucky.
I told you to get a weapon, but you didn't, so I picked it up on the way here. Be smart with it.
Thanks, I hope I won't need it.
Me either. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. My superiors are gonna keep leaning on me to do nothing. Back to the grind, I guess. See ya. Stay safe.
Thank you for your time, Detective Rivers. You should talk to the receptionist and formally check out before we go anywhere. We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He should be somewhere around.
A cute little cleaner ROM scrubbing the floors.
Look, they have a Hassie machine.
You're reminded of your much less healthy plan at home. I guess it's him. What do you think? The receptionist ROMs are here to help check people in and out and answer questions about guests who stay here.
Patient? My records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial trauma. You should currently be in your assigned bed resting. While I am truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your room to be examined by a medical professional immediately.
No need. Accidentally zapped myself with my own stunner.
An accidental discharge of a weapon is a serious event. I must insist that you remain for treatment. Even non-lethal stunners can leave much lasting neurological damage.
I insist.
Very well. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will, patient. But you should note in your release paperwork that willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company, ZHC, from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care. Additionally, all test and medical data from your visit will be shared with our standard partners to help improve our services and offerings and to keep the price affordable. I am further required to inform you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits.
How many have I used this year? Thank you. What was that middle part?
Lastly, you will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care. Please take care to fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately. And do have a nice day.
Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you get shot again.
Thanks.
Before we leave, we should look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Leon Decker.
I think it's this guy.
Hello, the name's Leon Decker. It's a pleasure to meet you. Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on to you. Here.
Fairlight's card. Added to items.
Thanks for taking your time with him. He really gets in one of his moods when the chair's getting fixed. The last gala he organized was full of unsavory types. He's probably happy to help folks whose pockets aren't deeper than their thoughts.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, the boss said you'd have a few for me. I'm not really supposed to answer anything too private, but take your best shot.
What kind of work do you do for Dr. Fairlight?
Oh, mostly gopher work, to be honest. Started when I was just out of the military. I was looking for a gig from someone who wouldn't care that I was an army brat. North Korea made that hard. The old man pays me to guard his life, run a few errands for him, and play substitute arm candy at most of the charity galas. Not terribly exciting, but I've already had enough excitement to last me another 30 years.
Why do you think Fairlight is helping us?
You think sitting in that chair all day is very entertaining? You know, the old man's talked to me about the things he used to do in his glory days. I'm sure he told you about when he was the head of some big companies. He was cold, ambitious, and took down anyone with half a mind to get in his way. I think once he aged, he realized how lonely that kind of life can be. Helping people is the only way he can feel like he's still doing something. But hey, what do I just spend all my time with him.
What's your story?
Probably not as exciting as you hope. I grew up in Montana, on a family farm. I didn't have my pa's farm hands, so I joined the military as soon as I could, like my grandpaps. Came home looking to do something a whole lot quieter for the rest of my life. I didn't know at the time how boring quiet could be. But I'll take it over and shut up.
Thank you, Leon.
No problem. I'll be around, if you know where to look. You have a good day now.
Well, we're free to leave. Why not head back home first, yes?
Sounds like a
I'd
plan.
like a chance to shower, at least.
Is that a hint, child?
For such a clean place, it sure seems to have left you feeling foul.
Thank you. Physically, mentally, and journalistically refreshed.
You look good.
Thank you.
If you're feeling up for it, we should go find Tomcat and tell them about what happened. They should still be waiting for us at Stardust. Let's not keep them waiting.
Are we ever gonna fix my sink? Because I would like to. Probably not a good idea to touch that slime. That's a mystery for another reporter. It's in your house and will likely become sentient and eat you. So many of your internal organs are thanking you for refusing to drink from that again. Stardust Club. Oh, it's Christmas now. And he's switched places.
Welcome to Stardust.
Thank you. Hey, there's two of them now. Majid and the bearish bartender.
Hey, good to see you back. What can I do for you?
Just killing some time.
Yeah? It's a little slow tonight. Things pick up and I get pulled away. You should chat with my boyfriend, Gus.
Why haven't I seen Gus before? Because you've only been here once, child.
He's been running around all over Neo SF looking for new acts since he handles our talent. I think he missed being behind the counter. He does get a bit overwhelmed by the hustle and bustle, but he could run this bar with one hand tied behind his back if he wanted.
So you tend the bar without knowing all the drinks?
That's what a ROM is for. I'm a people person, and that's what matters, right? I can just look up all that other stuff.
Oh, well, I'll leave you to it then.
Sure thing. Don't be a stranger.
I shall meet Gus.
Sorry, I don't think we've met before. I'm Gus.
Hi, Gus.
You have a really cool ROM. How's Stardust treating you?
Not bad.
That's good, but we can do better than not bad. Let me know how we can help. Majid may not have a memory for mixed drinks, but he loves listening to his patrons' problems. You'll have to let me or him know if you need any help. We try to run a tight ship around here.
Would you mind telling me, do you know anything about Hoodwalker?
Oh, there isn't much to tell, really. I came to Neo SF from Arizona to finally live somewhere more thrilling. Majid needed someone good with numbers to handle back-of-the-house sort of stuff. So, here I am. I didn't grow up in big cities like this, and I always loved listening to Majid's stories from the day. Everything is just so exciting.
Do you know anything about Hayden Weber?
Hayden? Oh, you're who Majid mentioned before, huh? Oh no, sorry. I've met him since he's a regular, but I've been out and about on business. Haven't seen him in weeks. I wish I could help more.
You handle the entertainment for Stardust?
Among other things, yes. I love live music, and I love trying to find young up-and-comers to play here. Sometimes they aren't the best, but the enthusiasm is what matters, I think. We've had a few bands and DJs actually get some national recognition after playing here, so we're starting to make a name among artists trying to break into the industry. Still, I have to do a lot of running around and auditioning to get acts that I think would do well. I've gotten very picky, but Majid lets me take my time. He knows it's for the best.
I'll let you know if I need anything else.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to this, but don't feel bad if you need to interrupt me for something.
Thanks, Gus.
Sure thing. Enjoy the bar.
Hey, it's you, person. Who's this person?
Hey, y'all. How goes the search?
Not great. Hayden's apartment was ransacked and someone stole the data cache.
Shit. Well, I can't say I saw that one coming. I figured that they'd nab anything they needed the first time they hit the place. Huh. Any ideas who it could have been?
The walls had been spray painted with many grotesque human revolution slogans. It is possible that Hayden was targeted by the organization for his work at Parallax. While my development may have been a secret, he is rather well known for his work on virtual intelligence data. A layman would not understand the critical differences between myself and a VI, nor do I think the average Human Revolution member would care to make the distinction. Equally likely, it is an effort to throw us off the trail of who's actually done this. Right. Dr. Fairlight was very kind to point us in the direction of the Human Revolution protest leader. Hopefully, we'll be able to get to the bottom of this after interviewing him.
Yannick Fairlight? When'd you run into him?
Oh, we were ambushed at the apartment and got hit with some kind of neural stunner.
What? Are y'all okay?
Yes, we made it to the nearby hospital, and Dr. Fairlight happened to be occupying the same room we were placed in. We had a discussion with him about Hayden's situation, then came here.
Well, shit. Things sure are getting more serious than I first thought. Y'all need to keep a sharp eye out. Being attacked means the bastards know you're looking now.
I'm confident in our ability to push on.
I can't say I know much about the man. Fairlight always was a bit of a shut-in, even back when he ran System 1, his old company. He didn't make any more public appearances after the merger between them and Parallax, but he was still working with them for 6 or so years past that. Nowadays, he shows up in the news once in a blue moon for some charity thing or another. But, well, it's all just rumor, but I've heard he holds a grudge about it hotter than the Clantons after the Earps. I'd take care to look this particular horse in the mouth real close if I was you. Good. Now to lighten the mood. While y'all were chasing your tails, I managed to find a way into the Parallax network. Once I'm in, I should be able to dig out Hayden's personal info file easily enough, including anything related to him on all security clearance levels. If Parallax has anything on Hayden's situation, it'll be in there.
Fantastic, Tomcat. I knew Hayden's faith in you was not misplaced. How long do you think it will take you?
Well, that's where the rubber meets the road. Parallax actually has considerably better net security than the last time I cracked in. I'm gonna need physical access. I've got a good idea where a node for us to slice into is, but it ain't exactly in a nice part of town. In fact, police have basically wrote it off as a lost cause. Not enough profit in it. I know Jess has some contacts in that area. She's that girl that chewed you a new rear when y'all first came here. Yeah, it's a tough sale, but she might be able to help y'all get in and out of that part of the city without ending up in a parts bin at an organ shop. You might not be able to tell, considering her viper's tongue and penchant for hitting the clubs harder than she's got any right to, but Jess is actually an attorney. She specializes in defending people in violation of the Human Protection Act and does almost all of her work pro bono. That's earned her a whole gaggle of pals amongst the hybrid community around here, as you might imagine. Ain't no one gonna cross her in that part of town. Black market hybridization ain't exactly HPA compliant, if you catch my drift. And none of them ever know when they might need her to defend them in court. Hey, we ain't got it that bad. I mean, at least our police force owns its own self. I hear down in San Jose, the richer neighborhoods have actually started hiring the gangs to protect their places. When even the rich folks can't get good police work, it's a sad state for everyone else. And the less said about LA, the better. That's the spirit. I need a little time to get all my tools together to slice into Parallax's network, but y'all keep me updated. Maybe y'all get lucky and find that data cache too. But I ain't gonna count on it. Jess is still hanging around here at Stardust, but I saw her head over to the VIP room. It's hybrid night and she's a popular gal. Just please remember to play nice or her friends will thump you something fierce. I'll send Jess a message letting her know that y'all are looking for some assistance and we'll see what happens. Sure thing, hon. I've got to head on out of here and get started on setting up the run. Just have turn, let me know when y'all are ready.
Oh, I see Jess over there behind some ropes. Let's go over and say hi to her.
Oh, hell no. Look, I'm really trying to have a good time today, and the Human Revolution crud muffins have made that very hard for me. And your interrogation this morning took a bad day to worse. I asked around about you, Journo, and I don't have anything to say to you. The last thing I need is you prodding at me without telling me you're press. Besides, the VIP section is only for hybrids and friends on hybrid night, and no way am I vouching for you. Hey, bouncer! We got a capital A asshole over here!
You heard her. Let's go.
How rude! She didn't even give us a chance to explain ourselves. We have to get back in there and try to be reasonable. Surely she will see the importance of our task once we've explained everything. But that bouncer probably won't let us back in. Perhaps we should try befriending someone nearby and convince them to vouch for us? It's a statistical long shot, but the worst case scenario shouldn't leave an excessive amount of physical damage.
Give me a few minutes, okay?
Hey, good to see you back. What can I do for you? What are you having? Let me look.
Dictionary, the open...
Oh, I got this, sweetie. This one is...
Thanks, son. Here you go.
How did you know what I was planning on ordering? Well, at least keep me company while I drink it. I'm Caitlin. I'm usually a lot more sociable. Things have just been rough today. My brother's going through gene therapy. He still has to go in at least twice a week for health and maintenance. There are Human Revolution protesters outside the clinic, making it even harder for him. They're always outside, harassing anyone coming in. It's exhausting.
I'm sorry to hear it's like that. I've been looking into the protests for an article I'm writing. Probably get bored and move on soon.
No one else lives around here, so I'm kind of all he's got. But it's not a big deal. He'll be done with the main set of treatments in a few weeks, and we'll be free of them. I just feel bad for everyone else they're messing with.
He's lucky to have you.
Aw, thanks a lot. I'm lucky to have him. So, there's plenty of people here. What made you want to talk with me?
You got an antenna. I noticed you had an empty glass. Isn't that against the rules here? No one should be bummed at Stardust, and I had this drink.
Oh geez, this really is my favorite drink. I have to wake up early for class, but I'm at the club, so I guess I'm already too deep in.
Everyone needs a break now and then. Oh, really? What are you studying?
Graphic design with a focus on advertising. I even get to do some local stuff. Trying not to brag, but the Zone 3 ad on the bar is totally my doing. I have some really good client relationships locally, and there's so many interesting people too, like you.
Aww.
Hey, it's been really nice talking to you, but I kind of feel like dancing now. You want to come with me to the VIP area in the back?
Sure.
I have some friends who might be over there. We can hang out with them. They'll like you.
Sure.
Great, let's go.
Didn't I say to beat it?
We're guests of Caitlin. She said we could join her.
All right. But it's on her if you can't stay out of trouble.
Hey! You have an incoming call, priority marked as urgent.
Oh, hope you come by again.
for making up the call. I'm still getting used to the whole subterfuge thing humans do. However, we can take another run at having a conversation with Jess. We have a dragon to slay. Onward!
Broke. Dancer.
And you're back. You know, as soon as I first saw you, I hoped you'd be dropped like a bad packet off the mesh net and I'd never have to see you ever again. So of course, I just got off the phone with Tomcat, practically begging me to help you out. You aren't so good at the long-term play thing, are you?
I think we got off to a bad start here.
You mean you don't stick both feet in your mouth every time you talk to a hybrid? Surprising.
I didn't do anything. Like, you just assumed a bunch of stuff about me.
Let's just get one thing straight here. I'm only willing to talk to you because I owe Tomcat. I don't owe you shit. So if you want my help, you gotta do something for me.
Okay.
If you got a problem with that, tough. My neighborhood, my help, my rules.
I'd be happy to help. What do you need?
What I don't need is you kissing my fuzzy ass. Only people I like get to do that. I'm not buying it anyway. I need you to break up those human revolution protests. The ones at the Genus Clinic on Market Street. I'd like this handled with some stealth. Not that I expect you to know what the street means. Either way, just get it done. I got clients in the middle of treatment cycles, and this media circus is making their lives difficult. That means it's making my life difficult. Let the bastards go march somewhere else, like Washington, not here.
I know it's not my business, but are you okay? You sound upset.
I'm just great. I'm peachy. My clients get harassed and beaten on the daily. I don't have the time or money to help them all, and I have jackasses like you bothering me on my one day off. So, you gonna braid my fur, and we can talk about all our problems and boys we like?
You're not telling me something. Sorry, I just want to help.
You want to help? Don't treat hybrids like animals for living out their lives.
I wasn't. When did I do that?
All of this isn't even a choice for some of us. You want to know what my deal is? You really want me to get sappy? Skin cancer.
Okay.
Stage 3. My prognosis was so advanced that the doc said my bones were already lost.
I'm sorry.
So I had to do something drastic. Completely restart my biology from scratch. You ever seen someone with a severe gene splice? From something freaky, like an insect? That's where hybrid tech began, you know. Where my therapy started. You can't imagine what it's like to have children cry from just looking at you. When people just see you and sprint the other direction. There were police following me everywhere I went. I left my apartment. I lost my dignity. Eventually, I was lucky enough to qualify for the cute kitty cat here, to override the expression of the partner. It changed my life. I have my job on purpose because of it. The fur doesn't scare the rest of the world too much to let me exist. Better than Taco's fluffy wet dream than the monster from a horror VR drama from Japan. I still can't look at me straight. Not to get even mushy. But as a kid, she would see me aside as she played all the freckles on my face. She hasn't got that bad. You know how your folks look at you when they figure out you finally had sex or did crash? It's like that.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Oh, now you're sorry. You haven't even heard the worst part yet.
Oh my god, this woman. Like, I understand that you went through like a traumatic experience, but you have made so many assumptions about me with no freaking like evidence to the contrary, because you didn't even give me a chance to be like around you. Like, all I did was talk to you, and then you immediately assumed that I was a terrible person, and now you're just doubling down on that for no reason. Like, maybe there's a reason people hate you. And it's like, I don't want to give credence to bigots and stuff, but you're just a bitch. Just like a just absolute bitch.
The amount of gene therapy I underwent exceeded the limit that the Human Protection Act allows for procreation. So yeah, the government freaking spayed me, if it all wasn't hilariously dark enough. First I'm too ugly to look at, now I'm too screwed up to breed. Saving my own life forfeited my right to be a person. The Human Protection Act. Ha! Apparently protecting humans doesn't include me. Only genotypicals could live in this city and truly think they're the ones who need some protection the most. In any case, I had some clean eggs frozen and we'll whip them out whenever I'm ready. Except keeping that shit on ice costs. And my insurance decided to just not pay up due to the elective nature of my feline gene therapy. So I took those bastards to court and won. And I've been doing the same thing for everybody else ever since. So, there you go. I got cancer, super science fixed me up and left me a freak, and then the government sterilized me so I wouldn't go out and make more little monsters. And everyone else gets to be the winner by default. Happy now? How's your savior complex doing? Is it getting you off?
Right, Rizzy? Like, this is the only time, like, I'm okay with you barking, because, like, this woman is insane. Everything you just said is unfounded. Like, I have shown you no evidence that I have a savior complex. I have shown you no evidence that I'm a bigot. And I've shown you no evidence that I was trying to flirt with you. And yet you just assumed the worst of me because you were that fucking jaded. Get bent! Oh my god. Like, what you went through was terrible. Like I know that this was like a narrative, and to have this in a story like this that is like somewhat like happy-go-lucky a little bit, but that's traumatizing what you went through. But that doesn't give you the right to treat people like absolute shit. I really fucking hate you. You're not, yeah. And giving the option, it's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Don't tell me you would have treated me better if you had. It's never true.
I didn't treat you any differently. I didn't treat you bad. There was nothing about our interaction that made us, that I never treated you bad in the first place. I really hate you. I hate you so much. You are such a terrible person. Like, how do you have friends?
I need honesty more than sympathy, you know?
Okay.
Break up those protests, and then we'll talk.
I don't care enough to talk. Like, you're just a jackass. Good God.
All right, it sounds like we know what we need to do next. Let's go to Market Street and break up those protests for Jess.
I was never not honest with her. Like, it just, no matter what, it felt like whatever, no matter what I said was just gonna be, like, really crappy. Like, oh my god. It's just, fine, be a shit person, but don't be a shit person around me. I'm done with that. I'm done with shit people in my life. Is this guy playing Polybius? Throwback to the game that I played last. Talking about happier things. This is why I don't talk to people. This is why I don't go to bars. I don't go to bars. I don't go to clubs. I don't talk to people because I hate all of them. Scan your ID to play Megaphobe Tour. Okay. I don't... Okay. Am I out of?
Hooray!
Okay.
You survived!
Nice.
Those ghosts will think twice before messing with you again.
Apparently,
Good thing, too.
Thank you for making my life so much better. Okay. I want to leave. Because I got places to be.
Thank you for joining me for Chapter 2, Part 1, 2064 ROM. Chapter 2, Part 2 will be out shortly. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment letting me know what you like down below. Please no hate or spoilers, as I'm not above removing those comments and the people who make them. That's all for now, folks, and I'll see you next time.